Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. It's been roughly a year since I stopped using tretinoin and moved to other forms of retinoid as my go-to anti-aging serums. And in that 12 months, I've learned an awful lot. I've really realized that when it comes to retinoids, one size never fits all, and we should really be targeting the products that we use to our individual skin types and the outcomes that we want to see. I know that should almost seem like a given, but in a polarized skincare world, we're often driven to feel that if we're not using tretinoin, we're using it wrong, or that there's a specific retinoid that is just going to deliver for everyone. And that isn't the case and has never been the case. And so in today's video, I want to share with you what I call my trio of favorite retinoids that I use in very specific ways that has given me the best anti-aging results I've ever experienced with the minimum side effects and irritation. I want this to be a conversation that we can all have as a big skincare family, so hopefully it can help you guys on your own anti-aging journey. Sit back, relax, let's talk my favorite retinoid pairings. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you my own experiences, but I'm always a huge advocate here on the channel of using what works for you. So if you could, I would love to hear what your current go-to form of retinoid is, any product recommendations that you have. Sound off down in the comments section below, whether you go for a prescription strength tretinoin or tazarotene, or you go for something more gentle available over the counter. If it's working for you, I want to hear about it. So again, let me know down in the comments. Whatever your thoughts on what we're talking about in today's video, if you enjoy this style of content where we open up that conversation to hopefully benefit the whole skincare community, make sure to let me know by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. This really supports me as an independent content creator because the more likes the video gets, the more wide that YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, love to each and every one of you. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So for the longest time, I struggled with tretinoin. I tried to make it work. I tried different strengths, different application techniques. I took breaks, I alternated it. Nothing ever worked. And I really just discovered that this isn't the right product for me, and it was never going to be. And that's okay. There are so many other amazing options on the market, and I documented my own tretinoin journey, and I pulled those videos together in a playlist, which I'll leave a link to up there if you want to check it out. But rather than just this being a conversation about do's and don'ts of tretinoin, I actually want to say what this whole experience taught me is when it comes to retinoids, we might need to mix and match in order to deliver the best results. And that's something that I've just discovered and has worked phenomenally for me. So, as I said, my success with tretinoin was limited, but I then went back to the dermatologist that I got my tretinoin from, and we spoke about it, and she actually recommended an ingredient known as tazarotene, which is a newer generation retinoid. Now, this is relatively new in terms of the skincare world and conversation, but tazarotene is showing really promising results in trials as being, in some cases, more potent than tretinoin, but actually much more accessible in terms of its irritability and the level of side effects that you get. This will vary from person to person, but a lot of studies are showing that generally tazarotene is better tolerated on the skin, particularly if your skin can't tolerate tretinoin. It might be a good alternative. So this is something that I was really keen to incorporate in my skincare routine, and after a year, I'm still going strong. This has worked really, really well for me. But what I actually discovered is using tazarotene every day wasn't right, too much sensitivity and irritation. Using it every other day was the sweet spot. And I think this is the first thing I want to get across is not always having to use everything every single day is fine. Use it based on what your skin can tolerate. And when it comes to tazarotene, once every other day is perfect for me. But on those off days, I didn't want to miss out my retinoid completely. And so in conversations with my dermatologist, we actually recommended using a retinol on those days where I don't use tazarotene. Retinol is an over-the-counter retinoid, which is much more gentle in terms of the level of sensitivity and irritation than some prescription strength ones, but still really packs a punch. So on those off days, I've been using this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous A Game 20. This is a super high potency retinol available over the counter that really fills in those gaps when I'm not using my prescription strength option. This means I'm using a retinoid every day. I'm just alternating the one that I use in order to deliver the best results. And I think this retinoid cycling, which is what I'm going to call this, actually I think is the way forward, which could benefit a lot of people, but it's something I never hear discussed. We then come on to the super sensitive areas of the face. For me, under eyes and neck. If I use a high strength retinoid on these areas, they are screaming with sensitivity, itching, irritation. And so for the longest time, I just left them. I just avoided these areas when it comes to retinoids, and they missed out on the anti-aging. I can't use tazarotene in these areas. I can't use my high strength over the counter retinol even every other day. It just doesn't work. And so what I actually reached for is a lower dose retinol to kind of fill in the gaps. The one that I use is this from my own skincare line. This is the Mad About Skin Ultimate Anti-Aging Oil. This has a really nice mid-strength retinol in here, alongside a lot of other calming and soothing ingredients, which will enable me to use it on those areas which are a little bit more sensitive. You could use this, or you could use a lower dose of the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game. They do 3 strengths, so you could go for the lowest, which is the A-Game 5, as an alternative to this one. But whichever you go for, reach for a low strength option and use it on those sensitive areas. For me, that's the neck, that's the under eye. And this, in a nutshell, is my retinoid trio. And I know that some people might be thinking, really, is that it? Is that it? Is that the revelation? And I don't want it to be almost like me saying this is groundbreaking. It's not. It's just something that I've discovered when it comes to my own skincare routine that I think could benefit a lot of people out there that maybe don't realize that you can cycle retinoids. You can use a high strength option one day, alternate it with a lower strength option in order to minimize irritation, but still maximize those retinoid benefits. You can absolutely then use a lower strength still on those areas where you have super sensitive skin. The neck, the under eye, some people experience it here. These are areas where you want to target retinoids for anti-aging, but you might not want to use a super high potency option. You can cycle through things in order to deliver the best results. And really, what stopping tretinoin taught me is, whilst a lot of people hold it up as the gold standard, and you hear a lot of people saying, all you need is sunscreen and tretinoin and you are good to go. That might work for some people. It didn't for me. And I know from experience and conversations I had with you guys, it also doesn't work for a lot of people out there. There are many reasons why you might not want to reach for tretinoin or other high strength prescription options. And you don't need to. If you're crafty and you listen to your skin what it needs, try this retinoid cycling where you mix and match based on what your skin needs, target different areas, target different strengths on different days. And this could honestly be one of the most effective ways of maximizing your anti-aging whilst also minimizing the unpleasant side effects and irritation. This is the trio that works best for me. Tazarotene every other day, retinol, high strength retinol on the days I'm not using tazarotene, and a low or mid strength retinol on those super delicate areas every single day. This for me is the sweet spot, and different sweet spots will occur to different people. But I wanted to get this conversation going to say, retinoid cycling might actually be the missing link when it comes to your anti-aging, and we should always just remember, one size doesn't fit all. What works for one might not work for another, and vice versa. So hopefully in this video, this has just helped you a little way on your anti-aging journey. So let me know, what do you think to this? Is this something you maybe already do? Perhaps you already have an under eye retinol that's a lower strength than the one you use on the rest of your face. Maybe you already use different options on your off days. This, like I say, isn't something I invented. It's not something groundbreaking, but it's something that's worked really well for me. And I always want to pay it forward, sharing with you guys the knowledge that I've accumulated on my own skincare journey to hopefully just help you achieve your skin goals and make life that little bit easier for you. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.